Hello Epic Gamers! We're on to another video. Today I'll be running you through the Arcane Labyrinth. This is one of not my favourite things to do because of it's just time consuming to do because I'm a rather lazy high level player, as a lot of high level players they do I think burnout, but I'm just really lazy, and I will proceed to show you how lazy I actually am with this. Alright, to access the Arcane Labyrinth, as you can see, you click the Dark Forest and then you click the Arcane Labyrinth. Now, depending on what you've got, you may have normal mode and you may have dismal mode. So the dismal mode now has the form team function. I don't know if that's a permanent thing now. I'm not in a team. I just do the solo one because I'm lazy. I'm too lazy to find a team and I'm too lazy to do it. But if you go to normal, then there's like a normal hard mode at floor 3. Floor 1 and 2 are normal modes, but at floor 3 you have the opportunity to go to hard mode or continue on with the normal mode. So there is that. By the time you smash through hard mode, I sometimes, even as a high level player, I do the hard mode. Just if I'm in a bit of a rush, I'll just blaze through this, and yeah. In normal mode, you do get those chests every people that you beat up. You get the blue ones and you get the legendary ones every so often, and epic, different buffs for your team. And you do have access to every character. In the Dismal, you won't. You do not. You can go form a team with your friends and whatever else, or randos. If you click form team, you can join a team and create and invite and only search by guild members, refresh the list, little information tag there. Right, this right here is if you've skipped a few. Every skip you get -80 per one, but it only does a max of 2 times, so I've missed it 3 times in a row due to my sheer laziness for this. Once I got -80, and then the next one I got -80, and then I wanted to see what would happen if I got another one, and it's still minus 160%. But you do get, I'll explain some other things very soon. So there is a buff. It will appear here as well, and it'll let you know that you get extra rewards, 100% rewards on that. So it's not too bad with that. So, and it does appear here as well. That's enough for explaining all of this. We will see how we go. Now, I tried adding chapters on the first video. I don't know what happened to those chapters, but anyway, I'll try and add chapters in all of the videos and can click straight to them. So I want to say you can skip the gameplay if you're not interested, but I will be explaining some stuff through the gameplay. I'm not going to do this because I want my 160%, so I'm going to do the higher end ones. I do have to let you know this does scale with your level, so hard mode for me, this is going to be a high-end hard mode. They're relatively high level as well. So when you click on it, it tells you the first floor, your enemies gain 600 enemy points. These are all random, by the way. And you do have a little information tag. And then after 4 days, this all resets and you get all like random factions. So it randomly picks 4 factions and randomly picks 3 debuffs. Every floor you get a debuff, which can be quite challenging for a majority of people. Now, second one is enemies have their energy recovery rates increased by 30%, so they gain more energy, and they gain energy at the start. And then on this one, the first time an ultimate skill is used by an enemy hero causes all allied heroes to fall asleep for 4 seconds, and once awakened shall receive 25% of the damage that was dealt. The idea is to nuke them before you die, pretty much. Our primitive factions are the Wilder. So I've got a few of those, and we've got the Death faction, I can't remember the name, and the Dark faction and the Light faction. But my Dark heroes need some work. There's nothing there. So we'll begin an adventure. Oh, I do have to let you know on the normal hard mode, when you take the other one, the normal one, and if you go to hard mode, you can beat up Riz on there and get a large amount of like bonus. It's random of what bonuses it will be. It might be lab coins or whatever, but doing the hard mode they did some statistics on it. I think even if you skip all the double teams, because it has double teams in this, you do get more currency for doing this, even if you're skipping everything. As far as I'm aware. I don't know if that still is true. I haven't run the numbers on it. So we'll continue. So with this as well, you get to have a look at what relics you will get, and you get three per level, but they're like legendary relics, but you get to pick. Then I've noticed it does try and force you to take something that's pretty bad. So what do we got here? We've got when an allied hero has less than 50% of health remaining, their haste is increased. So you give up some of your tokens to take a better one. I know I've noticed that that's what they do. So reduce the amount of damage an allied heroes receive by 25%, that's the one I'll probably pick over that. But then they'll probably do because you've got these camps here, which are the smaller camps, and then you've got these camps, which are the larger ones, and then you get the tier 3. I'm going to call them all tiers, just for clarification. So a tier 2 will probably be here to stop me from getting the enemy stand, or it might be here to stop me from getting this one, which is damage received. So it doesn't stack to 90%, I do believe. I think it goes 40% and then 50%, so you do half, so it's about 75% damage less damage taken. So we'll go ahead and do this one. As I said, it's a higher level one, but I'm going to cheese it all the way through. Sometimes I will only use 3 heroes because Ames just nukes everything pretty hard. But if there's a chance to use more, I'll use more heroes. Usually I have my little light faction there. I don't think they're called light faction, but I'll just call it whatever it is. Go a healer. He's good for Ames and will buff anyone there. He'll buff the second most, he'll buff Ames. Steals some health, but buffs him. So he's not too bad. But as you can see, with this you can, if you look like you're losing, because they hit pretty hard, especially for me, I've got no shame in showing getting defeated like that, because sometimes you just have to throw. So what you've got down here as well, I should probably explain for this hard mode. I've got Demon Breaker, which you just dispel these lucks, and then you give up half your rewards. So, but you can only do 1. But I don't have any. I don't remember how to get them, but I don't use them anyway. So Dura's Tears can revive everyone. The way to use this is make sure you deplete every hero. Sometimes you can use heroes that are no good first and just get them out of the way, because they may do that little slight amount of damage that can turn the tide of battle, except if you've got that initial negative health value one, that doesn't count towards anything. So if you go into battle, get that one where enemies are dealt half their life in damage and then slowly regen, that won't work. That doesn't work. You can't just throw a nuffy hero in and have them reduce. You lose, and then they're at half health, they'll just gain their health back. So we'll do this one here. So I've got a choice between those two. Tassie's going to be in here. Yeah. I was going to set up. Oh yeah, there you go. When you just nuked them. That's what I like. That's the big gamer moment there. Big nuke gamer thing. Right. Gamer moment. So reduce the amount of damage ally heroes receive. I probably need that. When ally heroes have less than 50% out, their haste is increased and their dodge. So you go for more dodge, but I like the overall damage there. Right, we'll do this one here. Go and nuke the team with Ains. Tassie is really good when you've got her at a high level as well. I do quite like her as a hero. She sends everyone to sleep. You can pair her up with Rosaline and then keep buffing and silencing and doing all sorts of horrible things, and they're a bit of a pain in the butt. So we'll go the tough camp. Excuse me. And then we've nuked it. Now, see how it says 84 mil, 86 mil? This is their power. I probably should have explained that before, but there's a lot to explain on this. So if you just want one of these, you take the 84 one. You take the lesser one. If you want, like, you want this buff, they become stunned whenever they exceed 900 energy, which could be quite good. You can stun them so they don't, which is actually what I'm going to get. So you take the weaker side because it's the same. You get the same rewards. So no use having a 2 mil power more team to verse. This guy here will res, as you just saw. It doesn't work in PvP, I do believe. Ains is just dead, so he can exit battle, and then it sort of reverts it back, so you can keep trying different formations and all that type of stuff. So for that one, we can do a bit of Graveborn shenanigans, I guess. Throw a few of these in. You can buff him and go a cheese, I guess. I could throw Pip in and this Sheila, or her name is Solis, or the bunny girl, Lawson. I don't remember all their names, but I'll just do this. It'll probably fail pretty hard. It's always good to tone the speed down just in case you're going to make a mistake. Yeah, they're dropping like well, she dropped like flies. He'll keep teleporting until he's the last member on the team. So what you can do, you can put in a less powerful team, beat a few of them up, die, and have him as the last remaining person, and then he'll only res what was at the start of the battle because it just refreshes it. Now, the point of that is with this game, the idea is to do things repetitively. See, now my other hero's dead from this. Now, if I want to, it looks like they're all going to probably die, and it's not worth that. Well, we can make up. Sometimes with your formations, if you're just lazy like I am and you want to keep cheesing it, you're probably better off just swapping things around. Do it again and then it might be a better outcome. So I'll swap these two around and it might be a better outcome. Just a slight change can make all the difference. Or they'll just nuke him. I don't understand what happened there. Did I lose all those other heroes? No, I didn't. Yeah, I'm glad I caught that on a recording. I didn't see that ult go off. I didn't think he could die before the ult goes off, but alright. That's pretty good. We're going for this one. So whenever they get 900 energy, they all get slept. That's pretty good. I know I nuke them, but I'm thinking ahead to the double team, so I'm going to need another team that's all prepped and good to go. Go to the 91. The big brain strats here. And they just got nuked again. I don't understand what's going on. But anyway, they're just a weaker team now. It must be the little buffs I've got now. They're only 120 mil. But yeah, this mode really forces you to think of formations. Next big one. Now there is a glitch. If you run out of... So say you're going, oh, I haven't done my lab, like my Arcane Labyrinth, and you're getting close to the reset timer. If you can make it to the last floor, and then... It's a little tip. It'll probably get patched out now that I'm talking about it, because I haven't seen this around and I'm the only one that's figured it out, because I used to leave this to the last minute and then I figured it out. If you, because how it works is if this timer runs out, your lab gets reset and you get booted out. But if you're on like floor 1, 2 or 3 and you click on one of these, click go, get to your hero selection, wait for the timer to go down, it'll go, the trials have reset or something, it'll come up with a message, and then it'll back to this screen. So your timer will be 0, but it'll back to this screen. I hope Lilith don't patch this out because it's been a lifesaver. So you'll get to actually keep doing this. As long as you don't exit this screen or restart the app or whatever, you can do the current floor you're on. Now, if you're on floor 2 and want to get to floor 3 and you're using this little glitch, then you won't be able to, because it'll say the mist is foggy or something. I can't remember what it says. So you won't be able to. So that's why you get to floor 3. If you know you only got like 10 minutes or something, rush it to floor 3 and then hang on to floor 3 and just go into the character selection, and then away you go. Probably knows a little pause break. Had to get a bit of water. My throat started getting really dry. Now, we're doing the last boss. Tassie is really good. As you see, she put them all to sleep. I don't want to have it on like slow speed because this will take 10 times as long. Excuse me. Okay, now at the end of it you get to pick 3. Out of all of these, they give you reasonable ones. So if an enemy is dealt damage within the first 10 seconds, all other enemies shall be dealt damage equal to 15% of the original attack's damage. Now, I think that's one attack. I don't find that very good. That's how I read it. I don't know. I'm not an expert on all of that. I'm just a casual guy that just plays AFK Arena and makes content, but I am slowly, progressively getting better. Hopefully this increases my knowledge as I can feed it through to the beginners. Now, allied hero critical strikes cause enemy targets to become stunned for 2 seconds. Each enemy may only be stunned once every 5 seconds. This is quite good because you've got a minute 30 and then, you know, that's 18 times in a minute 30. But this is quite good. When an enemy is affected by crowd control skill, so Tassie Sleep, rocks will fall down, dealing damage equal to 30% of their max health. So whatever their maximum health is. So if their maximum health is 100,000, it does 30,000 damage. It can only be targeted every 3 seconds. But if you've got a Tassie and you've got like a Rosaline, if you manage to get Light Bearers and Wielders, then yeah, that's whatever. So this is the one I want to pick. Just because I've got a Tassie and I've got a couple of other crowd control dudes in. So, oh, look at that. Well, it's exceeding. So, floor 2. Now, it lets me know now that I have another debuff. And they're increased on their stuff. So now you'll see how this will start to curb me away from the good ones. After 10 seconds of battle, Divine Light shines, healing them for 10%, 60% of the house that they've lost. I don't really find that incredibly useful. Allied heroes recover 250 energy points at the start of battle. I find that a lot better because I'm using Ainge cheese and you can just pop off harder with that. So if I look at that, 503k is how much money I'll get, and that's 500k. But then you get a better chest. But then I get 2 of these, so it's a little bit of a give up, but I want that extra energy. I should have checked the other ones up the top, but I think they're all much of a muchness anyway. Yeah, you have to check up here as well. So lower than 50% damage is received by 50%. Allies standing on the enemy side of the battlefield 40% receive 40% less damage and deal 40% more damage. So that's also very good. And reduce the duration of majority of debuffs affecting allied heroes by 60%. I never really found this any good because I'm always just cheesing everything. So I'll probably go with this one. I don't want to go that and that because I want this. So you got to sort of think for if you need that one. How if it's more than this one. The 50% damage is good, but I want this so I can just instantly nuke and go how you going from the get-go. And yes, my mailbox is full. Very good. I'll deal with that later. No, I'll deal with it now. I'll just let you know that I had to explain this to someone. They're using all of their... So as you can see, I've maxed. I only use these when they're max. I probably should just use 100 of them. Just to keep stockpiling these. The 2-hour ones don't really matter, but yeah, because if they go by your current campaign level, so if your current campaign is 37 or in the 20s, you're probably better off saving those until you get into the 30s and then increase them, but I just hang on to them. So I better grab my mail. So, and now here we've got a crossroads. It's really trying to taunt me to get the extra loot over there rather than this one here, because the game's generated. It already generated, but it knows. But I still want this over the rewards because it's going to be very, very useful in the next one. Because remember, I've got to have two teams. So the 2 teams will be what I need. So, oh, she just died. Well, I was too busy talking and she carked it. So, but there is a res up here, but I already do have 1 person dead. So there's that too. And the little extra rewards are not really that great. So we'll pop him in. A Thorin, I do believe his name is. And yeah, no one lost anything because I think it was Thorin taking all the damage. Thorin is very good. He is, you can make a very cheesy team because he reflects the damage back on what he takes. So some people remove his armor and all that type of stuff, but I may make videos where I can just explain those things to people. Right, so we're going up against these guys. They're not really difficult. They're the easy chumps. So, boom. And dead. Rightio. Big gamer moment. Let's get our other thing. This thing. That's pretty awful. Now, I'm hoping that they give me one for the right side because I'll go trade this one in. So, that will be very handy. Get my finger ready, just in case my carry dies. But I still do have 9 things on the 9 Dura's tiers, so 9 reses that I'm allowed to use. On the normal mode, you got unlimited. You can use unlimited tiers on that one. Well, not unlimited, to whatever capacity you've got. So I've got like 30 something, I think, because I use them every so often on these. Oh, we ran out of time. No. Oh. Looks like we ran out of time on that one. Very, very annoying, because now I have to put together teams, another cheese team where it's going to be made up of like Graveborn. Well, that's alright, because my Graveborns are not too bad. They're fairly chunky. And I use Grezel to kill off that, like any shields or anything. But Thor and reses, so yes, there we are. I can trade it in. Epic gamer moment. If I don't die, I'll use a res on the double team. That's what I'm hanging out for. So I don't want to waste reses. So just because you carry team, this carry team looks like it's doing a bit better than the other one. Though that wasn't a big one. So here we go. Yeah, they're all dying. So I may have to use a resurrect here. So what this one does here, you can select 1 out of 3 relics as it says, but you got to trade in one of your own. So I'm going to trade in that other horrible one. This also depends on what relics you get given as well. Sometimes you get the best relic I feel is if they hit 30% damage, they get cleaned off the board. They get their souls get reaped. That is really good, and you can also refresh it. But if you want to be a Dismal Master, you've got to not use any reses or anything. So rightio, time to struggle on using the leftover rubbish. That's not cheesy at all. Yeah, see, they just get cleaned up. At this higher level, it's all tuned for having Ains and all the other stuff. So, but as I was saying, the resurrect will res. You just make sure you've done a bit of damage to them. I don't have that many left in what I can use, so I'm going to res them because when you go in, they may heal back up if you use more nuffies. So if you use that, now they're all back in. We can proceed to nuke the guts out of them. So we get a bit of cheese going. And then they get full energy as well. So every hero. So even if these die again, your other heroes will have full energy. And I've got another exceeding capacity. I'll just wait for after. Right. And enemy heroes with health lower than 30% will have their souls reaped. That's what I was talking about. That's what we want. That's the one. So you select that there, and then you click on here, and then you can select one of these and you'll trade it in. This one here is the one that I want to get rid of because I like all the other ones. So that's just my Nuffy trinket, or relic, I should say. Rightio. Now we have that. We are fairly powerful. All you need, the last one I need to make this incredibly easy is to get that one that reduces their health at the beginning to 50% and slowly regens it. But then 30%, you only have to damage them 20%. So if you've got a few high burst heroes, you just burst them down that 20%. 20% plus the reoccurring regen one. Which then their souls get reaped, so everything becomes fairly simple. So as you can see, Lilgrim Reaper comes up and it's all done. That's one of the most overpowered relics out here. It's just made it all trivial now, pretty much. First time an enemy skill is used by an allied hero sends everyone to sleep, and they deal 25% of the damage that they were dealt when they were asleep. Backline heroes deal 30% more damage and recover 60% more energy when attacking heroes. Deals damage to all enemies equal to this. This is what I want, because we now have Reaping the Souls, so deals damage to all enemies equal to 20% of their max health and stuns them for 5 seconds at the beginning. This is huge, because then it'll put them down 80% health, and then you've only got 50% to damage, because half of it's already gone. So that is huge. I don't know how it would work with getting the 50%, because the 50% and then the 20% and then you reap their souls. Would it go down to the 30%? Maybe you need to do like 1% damage or something to them. That'd be reasonably insane. Alrighty, what we've got here for the third debuff is the first time an ultimate skill is used by an enemy hero, my heroes fall asleep and do the 25% damage. So they do what I will do to them. What do we got here? Increases the allied attack rating on the third floor by 60%. Or increases allied heroes' dodge by... Well, the dodge isn't too bad. And I need to go to here, so then I've got another choice of these three here, which will be either these ones, which... That's all right. Let's put the crap one on there, and we've got this one here. But you can see you've got a Versa pretty decked out Brutus and Thorin, and another Brutus. Great. Right. We'll go there. Let's just trade out our old man. We'll put in a Grezel just to get rid of his shield. Oh. Probably would have been better to put Tassie versus her. So when she goes to grab him, Tassie will just fly off. So it just makes her skill gone. It makes it useless. So that would be good. That's also... Right, now we've got a double A. Rightio. So I'm not going to use my cheese team for this one, because... don't want to. If I mess it up, I want to blow everything up on the last moment. I'll just use high-powered heroes, I guess. See how this goes. And as you can see, Tassie puts people in a stasis, or she just removes them from the board, which is very lovely. There we are. That's one team down. Now I have my cheese team. My cheese team here, very lovely. Sometimes I will only use this combo because they'll just nuke them. But I won't. I will I'll put him in. It's alright. He steals energy, so he gives it to someone, or gives it to himself or something, but he's really good. Gotta wait for Brutus's overpowered shield to go. Okay. We'll go on to the next one. Oh, it's not my cheese team. That's alright. I've got the overpowered relic. The relic of destruction. Just look how good that relic is when they get near death. Just cleans them up. So any dodgy stuff that they want to pull, they just get got, as the hip people would say. Get got. Get gotted. Increase me dodge. How about that, eh? Rightio, we're on to a harder one now. It's progressively getting harder, so rightio. Let's go. Go and game them. I didn't put much thought into this team versus the other team. I usually just try and... Saurus is dead. Oh no. I'm losing too many people. I could res them, but that's not very fun. Let's get a Chimera in there. I don't think I upgraded her gear. Oh no, I did. I just haven't used any tokens or anything on her. She still is very good. Hopefully this shows her off. Still viable. This is a higher end one. Her ult is still very good. Yeah, pair up with Tassie. They just sort of start sleeping there. I think they're all going to lose. I can't deal enough damage. Alright. I'm going to have to change Tassie out. Oh, then the crowd control. Oh well, it wasn't working very well for me anyway. Oh no. They died. Needed a Tassie. I might just go ahead and nuke this one because it's they're not dealing enough damage for my liking. I'll just throw a few. Just throw random. Well, look, I'll share the power of veins. Boom, dead, done. Get got. And there goes another one. So you only really have to use those three for this. Nothing can outdo the cheese. That's a lot of healing I just put in. Alright, well. There's one. Yeah, okay, everyone's just going to heal each other. That's great. Lovely. There. Oh, they won. It's very good. Alright, coming to the end, gamers. Coming right to the end here. Backline allied heroes receive 70% less damage. That sounds very good. It keeps wanting to throw this one at me. When they're lower than 50% health. I could take this route, but then I don't need to. I don't want any of that. I'll just use my tokens if I want to resurrect them at all. We'll throw these in. Not like I'm going to need them. Crikey. I only rezzed once too. It's not too bad. It's because I've got that overpowered one. So we'll go for this one here. Go get got. Good way for Thorin to finish rezzing. There he goes. But these are my fallback champions that I use, because they're what I'm using. They're like not optimal by any standards. People probably pick and choose these. I just throw whatever at them. I go, oh, that's powerful. Oh, 2 healers, supporting Ains. Can't really go wrong with it. That's what I like to use. That is a lot of shielding. That is an insane amount of shielding. So what to do about that? Well, we'll swap out Odin and we'll go. Because if they're shielding more, they can't be dealing that much damage. Yeah, they're not. So the only thing you can do is have your Grezel die. Apparently. Alright, okay. Well, you can just flood them with people then. By using a Baden, whatever his name is. Keep in mind they've still got debuffs on them. So, we have quite the predicament. Which means I may need to use Namora or whatever her name is. Can't remember what her name is. Don't have anything to take care of those shields because you can't, so it makes it a little bit difficult when they're shielding like that. And I didn't think to use the Aiden cheese for this. Nora's her name? Can't remember her name is. Well, everyone's about to die, so I don't have enough to take out that, and I don't think any copies are going to do it. Unfortunately, any mythic heroes will just get chunked, and I'd like to say that is a thing. The mythic heroes, I don't believe in using them for something as high end as this. Other people will disagree, but I will disagree with them. So what I'm going to do, we'll use a tier. If you use a tier, it should res. Allows you to reuse the first team anyway. I didn't really want to do that, but I'm just impatient, so I want to just get this show on the road. You can really see what a carry does. Pile on your supports and away you go. What's this one got? It's got a Thorin with no shields. Alright. Oh, hang on. I should just in case, I'll use these as me backup singers. And then we'll go something like that will do. A couple of supports. I know he's high damage. And Thorin's good for rezzing, and then Grezel will just, any shields they want to do, Grezel will apparently die. But it's okay, I'm coming into the last battle, so I'm not going to need this team now. There we go. And they get chunked. And Grezel was the only one die. That's a worthy sacrifice. That'll do. And then I'll just go in here and just chunk all these guys. Bye. Names will be popping up again. And there we go. all done. Well, with that. Oh yeah, resurrect someone for me. Oh, that's a Grezel resurrected. Not that I'm going to need it, because there's only one at the end. You know, it'd be a big pain in the butt, as if they did, it's going to cheese it up, as if they, at the end, did double teams for your last one, and you couldn't beat it unless you did double teams. That'd be really cancer. Be a little bit unfair, I think. And then we're done. So, yeah, that always pops up. If I was going to buy something, I wouldn't buy that. I'll just quickly show you. I may re-go over this. These ones here are what you want. So I brought one already, but that was ages ago. I haven't bothered to climb anything. But this is the pack you want. They're only 31 Australian or whatever. That's if you're going to be spending money, and the extra 5,000 things will be really good. Max. Alright, that was the Arcane Labyrinth. Like and subscribe. Got to remind everyone to bell me, bro, so you can see other content coming out. I'm going to try and release it more frequent and try and release it ASAP. That would be pretty nice to be on the forefront of everything inside of that. But one thing I've got to let you know is when you beat the Arcane Labyrinth, you can't join a team, I don't think. You do have help and all of that. Whenever you need help, you can request it. And then you see all these rewards here. Store. And then you got the menu, which none of... Now, I do know you can use Adura's Tears here, even if you've beat it. So don't do what I did. I did it as an experiment. And as you can see, you got 7 out of 9 uses. And then that's usually 3, but I've missed 3 of them. Bad luck to me. And then that's about it. And look at all your heroes. And I'll let you know if any need healing, and got your little bag there separate, and that's what I generally try and aim for. And then you see your Dismal Masters here. Sometimes I'm a master. I don't really care half the time. It doesn't really do anything for me, but yeah, hope that was educational, to say the least. Again, like and subscribe for more content. If you like this video and the other ones, let me know in the comments of what you didn't like, what you did like, so I can improve the video format and make this a lot easier. This is all unscripted stuff, so I'm seeing how I can go off script, because I'm just speaking anyway. I didn't find scripts very useful. Only as little reminders. But I can chop them, pause the video for that. But anyway, that'll do that, and I'll talk to you later.